Lying to a toxic friend, and then watching them permanently tattoo your lie onto their body. Yeah, that happened. And the best part? She thought she was stealing my idea to hurt me, but in the end, she only embarrassed herself. Let me tell you the story of how my pick-me friend branded herself with my fake tattoo. If you've ever had a fake friend who tried to embarrass you, copy you, or compete with you over literally everything, then this story will be extra satisfying. Because sometimes karma doesn't just show up, it tattoos itself right onto the people who deserve it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let's dive into one of the pettiest yet most permanent revenge stories I've ever heard. I was 25 when I met Peggy. That's not her real name, but trust me, it fits. She was introduced to me through a mutual friend who lived in the same apartment complex. On the surface, she seemed nice enough, new in town, trying to find her place in a friend group. But the very first time I interacted with her, I got this little gut feeling that she wasn't someone I'd click with. She gave me one of those backhanded compliments. You know the type. The ones that sound sweet on the surface, but have that little sting underneath. Still, I brushed it off. I thought, maybe I'm being too quick to judge. Maybe she just has a weird sense of humor. So, when I hosted a game night with another friend, I invited Peggy along. Huge mistake. The night started off lighthearted. Drinks, games, the usual chaos of a group of 20-somethings hanging out. But it didn't take long for Peggy's true colors to shine through. Game 1, Sardines. If you've never played it, it's basically reverse hide and seek. We turned off the lights, made it fun and spooky, and off we went. At one point, Peggy pretended to trip, but in the process, she shoved my head straight into a shelf. Hard. And instead of apologizing, she laughed. Right there in front of everyone, she goes, "I found him first. That's why I pushed you." Like it was the funniest thing ever. Strike 1. Game 2. King's Cup. If you know, you know. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it always involves a round of never have I ever. When it was her turn, Peggy locked eyes with me and said, "Never have I ever been divorced?" Now here's the thing. My close friends all knew I'd been through a divorce. They were supportive, kind, understanding. It wasn't a sore subject anymore. But Peggy wasn't bringing it up to be funny or casual. She said it to single me out, to humiliate me in front of everyone. Strike 2. And it didn't stop there. All night long, it was little digs, subtle jabs, and constant attempts to make me the butt of the joke. By the end of the evening, it was crystal clear Peggy had a problem with me, but what exactly was her issue? It didn't take long to figure it out. At that game night, there was a guy, let's call him Mark, tall, funny, charming, the kind of guy people naturally gravitate toward. He was also one of my good friends. And Peggy? She did not like that. At all. You could practically see the green monster of jealousy take over her every time Mark and I laughed together, or when he paid attention to me. From that night onward, any time Mark was around, Peggy turned into a different person. More competitive, more cutting, more desperate to make me look bad. For 6 straight months, I endured constant little power plays, snide remarks, weird digs, moments where she'd try to one-up me in front of him. It was exhausting, but I tried to take the high road. That is, until the tattoo situation. I'd been planning a tattoo for over a year, something deeply personal, something meaningful to me and my mom, a dragon with her favorite flowers woven into the design. I worked with my artist to make it exactly how I wanted, not because dragons are trendy, but because it was special to me. One day I was casually talking about it with a friend when Peggy overheard, and I'll never forget the look on her face. That sly grin, that smug little aha moment. I knew instantly she was going to try to steal it. That's when the idea hit me. If Peggy wanted to steal something from me so badly, why not give her something worth stealing? Something that wasn't mine at all. So when she asked me about the tattoo, I went all in. I told her about how much I love the movie Spirited Away. I do actually love it. It's a classic. But I spun this story about how my dad introduced it to me as a kid, how it was our thing, and how the dragon character, Haku, was super meaningful to me. I described in vivid detail this dream tattoo of Haku wrapping around my arm, flowing and detailed. Basically, I painted the picture of a huge, intricate anime-inspired dragon piece. Peggy had never seen Spirited Away, not once. So I even encouraged her to watch it, planting the seed. And then I sat back and waited. A couple of weeks later, Peggy proudly showed me her brand new tattoo. And when I say brand new tattoo, I don't mean a small, subtle piece. No, she had gone all in. My exact fake description. Down to the placement, the wraparound arm design, everything. I was speechless. She had actually done it. She smiled at me almost smugly, like she thought I'd be devastated. Like she'd beaten me at my own game. Like she'd stolen something precious and rubbed it in my face. But what she didn't realize was that she'd branded herself forever with a tattoo that meant absolutely nothing to her. I went home that night torn between guilt and uncontrollable laughter. I hadn't meant for her to actually go through with it. But the fact that she did, the fact that she committed permanently just to try and spite me, it was almost poetic. 2 years later, I got confirmation from a mutual friend who had gone with her to the appointment. And guess what Peggy said while getting inked? Word for word, she's going to be so upset. This is like the exact tattoo she wanted. She really thought she'd won, but all she did was tattoo my lie onto her body. Forever. Sometimes revenge doesn't come in the form of confrontation. Sometimes you don't need to yell, scream, or get even. Sometimes all it takes is letting someone's own insecurity, jealousy, and desperation dig their hole for them. Peggy wanted so badly to beat me, to take something away from me, that she permanently inked my fake idea into her skin, and honestly, that's the most satisfying karma of all. So what do you think? Was this petty revenge or just poetic justice? Have you ever had a fake friend who tried to copy you or compete with you in the most ridiculous ways? Share your stories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And if you enjoyed this story of tattoo karma, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real-life revenge stories that prove karma never misses.